Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am in the kitchen. It's another interiors one. Sorry if I'm a little bit groggy, I'm dying with hay fever and as a result I'm really exhausted from it, but I'm going to power through the video and get this done because it's one I've been dying to do for ages. I'm going to show you some really easy, affordable, but still pretty and like just nice ways to organize the things in your kitchen. Okay, so the first area I'm going to talk about is this area above the sink, this cabinet or press where we keep, to be honest, the majority of our food. We obviously don't have a lot of space. We live in New York and the kitchens are never ever big. This is actually a pretty decent one, to be honest. And if you've watched my kitchen tour, you'll have seen all that before, and I'll leave that link below just in case you haven't seen it. But you'll also have seen a sneak peek of this press, but this is it. So as I said, this is where we keep the majority of our food, and I knew in order to be as I guess efficient and thrifty as possible, I knew I had to organize things very well, because if we just threw like boxes of pasta in here, like boxes of stuff, this is like hitting into me, there wouldn't be enough room for everything. So I think by having these containers and like laying it out the way we did, it actually saved so much space, and like it just looks lovely as well. And so as you can see on the top, we have like our oats, bran flakes, like cereal stuff. Then we have quinoa, rice, pastas, dinner stuff here. And then this row here is mainly all like breakfast. We have some seeds, pumpkin seeds, which can be used obviously for salads and stuff as well. Granola, goji berries, acai. I was going to do more of these small ones on top, but the top ones are like crackers and like cereal bars and stuff, so they actually work better in those kind of coppery baskets, and they fit in with the kitchen perfectly as well. I'll just show you a bit these kind of closer up. So basically they're all like this mason jar, well not all of them, but the majority are like a mason jar style container, which is obviously great for keeping things fresh. They open really easily like this, and they actually fit a decent amount. There's 3 sizes here, the bigger one for the dinner stuff, this like medium size for seeds, and then the smaller size for like the breakfast bit. I remember I saw a picture like this on Pinterest or like Instagram or somewhere, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do for my kitchen. But the girl who had it had like linked kind of a mason jar with the chalk tag on front, and A, I couldn't really find them anywhere, and B, when I did find them, they were really expensive, and like these jars are already kind of pricey enough depending where you get them, so I didn't want to spend like an extra like $10 just to have this on the front. So what I did was, I'll just show you, I have them here, put this back in. So I went on Amazon, my favorite website ever, and I just bought these chalk tags myself. They came, I think there was like 30 or like 40 sheets like this in one packet, and they give you like this chalk marker, which is really easy to write with, and I just made them myself. So I had all the containers in the container store. I think these ones aren't the mason jar. I think I got them in some hardware shop, and then these ones are just more cereal ones, but I got them all together, figured out what would go into which, and just you choose whatever shape you want on this, pull it off like that, and literally just stick it onto the front, write what you want to write, and you're done. And it's literally a tenth of the price to do it that way. So that's a really good trick. I'll link everything below. I can link these stickers for you. These are good ones too. Some of them aren't as good as others, but these ones are really good, so I'll link these exact ones for you, and I'll also find some jars for you as well. Okay, so that's the main area that I wanted to show you and talk about, but I also want to show you this bar cart that I use for my coffee and tea station. If you've seen the kitchen tour, you'll already have seen this, but I think there's probably a few changes since then, so hopefully you might pick up something new. But first of all, for our coffee, if anyone follows me on Snapchat or Instagram or anything else besides YouTube, you'll know that I'm obsessed with coffee, and I have like iced coffee every single day. So we obviously have lots of different coffee pods. I like to have a big selection in the house, and as a result I needed somewhere to store them. So I'm a big Nespresso fan. That's the coffee that I drink at home, and they do have like options in Nespresso where you can, you know, buy kind of a storage thing for the pods, but they're a little bit on the pricey side, to be honest, and some of them don't hold enough. Like I feel like one wouldn't be enough here. I'd probably get like 10 or 12 or 15 into it, but I wanted one that would fit loads of different flavors and loads of different kinds, so I'd have it all together. So I found this in TK Maxx, TJ Maxx they call it over here, like the home goods section, their interiors part, and it is so ideal. I think it was $5 or like $5.99 or something like that, and it stores everything. It has this really pretty kind of rose gold coppery top. Looks really nice, fits in perfectly at the side of my bar cart and just does the job. So instead of like splurging on like a coffee pod holder, just keep an eye out for big jars. It could be a big mason jar or a jar like this. Go to charity shops, TK Maxx, Home Depot, all those kind of ones, and just get a bit creative. So that's for the coffee. And then for the tea, as well as coffee, I love green tea, I love herbal teas. So I wanted some cute little bits to store them in as well, because I hate having the boxes around the place. It just drives me mad, all the different colours. So I found these little jars, again the rose gold tops. They don't match perfectly, but they're pretty close. So this one has green tea, and this is a different kind of green tea. And then of course, we also have some Irish tea. This is berries. We have to have that in our house. And some hot chocolate. So these are just really handy little ones. They fit loads, they avoid having mess, boxes everywhere. And they're also from, I'm pretty sure they're also from Home Goods, TK Maxx. But again, you can find them anywhere, so keep an eye out. And then finally, for the kind of coffee cart storage, I always drink iced coffee with a straw. If you've seen my Snapchat, you'll see me every day. So this is just a mason jar. This could have been a charity shop purchase, I think, like $1 or $2. Just an empty mason jar, obviously washed it out, sterilized it and everything. And there could have been, I think, some paper on it, so I just kind of washed that off as well. And filled it up with the straws, and perfect. So simple, but honestly, you just have to get creative if you're on a budget, which I was when I moved in here. I wanted just everything to tie in well and look nice, but also not cost the bank. So that is that area, and hopefully that'll give you some ideas too. And then last but not least, I cannot recommend a kitchen island enough. This is kind of like different to the other storage things I talked about, but when I moved into this kitchen, I have to admit I was like, where is everything going to go? Because there's obviously these presses behind me, but that's just the food. So I needed somewhere to put the dishes and the mugs and the saucepans and all like those kitchen appliances that you need. So I had to think about it. I looked around and I was like, okay, I can get a kitchen island to fit in here. I'll get it really skinny and I'll put everything like kitchen appliance kind of wise in here as well. And oh my god, I cannot tell you what a lifesaver this has been. So if you have a small kitchen and you're stuck for space, get one of these. They will change your life and they'll make everything so much easier. This one I think is from Joss and Main. I'll double check that for you, but whenever I find it, I'll link it below in the description box and you can have a look if you like. They come in different colors and different woods. I just got like a kind of a granite top one. They come in different ones, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, that is like the last tip and trick I have for you. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing you probably haven't seen before, but I think you can always get new ideas just from watching these kind of videos, and hopefully I provided some for you. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!